Is it working? Is this working? Is this thing on? Tell me. What's up, y'all? Coffee. Tired. I'm not that tired. I'm a little tired. The internet be distracting me. Long time lurker. I like that. Let me scroll. What's up, Rusty? Rusty jumped on early. H2O glass box. Rob. Which one's Jaylene? Is Jaylene H2O glass box? A. Lauren, how are you? Simple Aquariums. B. Jose. NSB. We got some different people in here. I wonder why. CPB. Leisure Lawns. Sleaze, what's up? Good to have you here. Queen City. Galen. Man Cave. Drum Clock. That's cool. Soft Coral Kingdom. And Macroalgae. And Lynn is into his owl to keep us straight. You'll see she's blue. She has a full boot, no boot power over everybody. Some of the same folks as the Discord. For those who don't know, I do have a Patreon. It's super cheap. It's a little bit of a gate. Not so much a walled garden as much it is a whatever. It's dirt cheap. It's $1. $1 gets you the Discord. $3 gets you a once a month, which I really need to schedule. Hang out on whatever. We'll hang out on Teams? No. Zoom? Maybe. Something? We'll get everybody in there chatting. We'll see what we can do. So that would be cool. Thanks, Lynn. So, seriously, it's $1. It's like when you go to the beach and the beach is free. Maybe some of the people at the beach you don't want to see. But when the beach is $1 to get across the causeway, or $7, whatever. It's like that. I'm looking for like-minded people who don't want to start drama, who are comfortable in a swear care, not free, swear care environment where we're just comfortable speaking our minds respectfully. We don't get at each other. There's no need for that. So last week we had Luke on, right? So we got 2 weeks worth of Uncle Jimbo slideshow to get through, and we'll we can entertain some questions here and there. We can have a little fun. We can see what we got going on, but we'll keep this one mostly, positive and with factual information, because that really matters. Something I need to recognize from my last video that I have since taken down, and we can talk about that if you want. Reefing with O is no longer in the reef pack, the BRS reef pack. I understand that there was a cut where maybe half of them got the boot, and he was one of them that's no longer with the pack. So when I made my video, and maybe you saw that, about Greg and O having a conversation about things I didn't agree with. Well, the first half I agreed with. Totally right. Second half, not so much. I said in there that O was a BRS-sponsored reefer, and he's not. I don't know his affiliations. I don't know what he gets for free, if he gets anything for free. None of it. So I take that back. I apologize. Let's get to... Oh, and I was also watching Reef. Shout out to Reef Dork, and shout out to Moki, Inappropriate Reefer, for first. I think his he brings with him an audience that may or may not know who I am. Some do, some don't. But he started mentioning access to the hobby in terms of budget gear that works. Again, watch his video. Just watch his video. He'll talk to it. But that's echoing some access conversations. Not excess. That's a different conversation. Access conversations that I've been having for a long time, right? It's your money, not theirs, knowing half the battle. Where's all the budget business, right? We go out and we find that and we see what we can do. I spend a chunk of money on that stuff sometimes. And or people are super awesome and they send me their stuff to test. I think that's amazing. So, what's up, Chris? I like that Moki was talking about access. There needs to be more conversation. Reef Dork jumped on. Not Reef Builders, but whatever Reef Builders. Reef Therapy with Jake Adams and that other dude whose name I can't remember right now. They started talking about budget stuff. I like the budget conversation. And Moki said it. Somebody else said it. Maybe it was Rob. I don't know. Did you say Rob? We need to find that center. We need to find, right? There's always going to be, for y'all, there's always going to be expensive stuff, and there's always going to be cheap stuff, and like what's in the middle? What works for people, right? That's what we're looking for. Center up the hobby. Don't make it seem so damn expensive, because it's not. Step-by-step video of slurry. Yeah, I'm gonna. You're at max saturation. You want to start. Yeah, check Luca's. I haven't watched it yet, but Luca posted about slurry today, too. See what he threw out there. Maybe that's something worthwhile. I'm sure it is. He's getting pretty close. He's getting pretty close to releasing his lights. Chris has one of his lights. Chris has one of the pros. So Chris can develop some hanging options. I'm pretty sure. If I'm not supposed to say that, it's too late. But Chris here has one. What's up, John? Reef beef. Not reef beef. Reef beef's actually, Richard and I have started a conversation over on Hubblefish, and I really like. I like that he's engaging. I think that dude he knows what's up. You don't start skeptical reef keeping and not know what's up, right? So, I owe him a reply, actually. Too many lights, not enough tanks. Lights are I like lights. Lynn's beating on me. Wait. You're saying Luca is too many lights and not? No, that's not what you're saying. Whatever. Let's get to... What's up, Broke Reef Man? Yeah, let's get to this. Let's get to this right. Sean. See, this is kind of what what started it all. This is, and Lynn has this light now, and Lynn can tell us what she thinks of the Refi Duo Extreme that I had here for testing. The potato who was selling that light, he's like, if anybody wants to buy that, let me know. And I was like, that's cool, because I may know somebody. And Lynn's like, yeah, I'll buy that light. So ask her what she thinks about it. Nice long-termage. But this is the Refi Duo Extreme. Can you see that? You can see that, right? You can see how much better that is than the Sky. I don't want to keep harping on it, but seriously, look at that. So the Sky is the trace, and the Sky is the trace with all channels at, let's see, I'm looking at you, all channels 100%. And the Duo Extreme is less than all channels 100%, all blues 100%. Yeah, it's that good. Remember back in the old days, like before late July, when we all wanted fat blue? This light crushes it. It just... And the spread is awesome. Is it in here? I think it's in here. Oh, yeah. The spread's 80%. The Sky, at 20 inches, the Sky and the Gen 4 XR30 were both 75%. The Uno's good. No, wait. Oh, this is the Uno? wonder if I included the... Oh, maybe I did it wrong. Oh, maybe I posted wrong. I'll have to fix that. Maybe I posted the Uno spread, which was also 80%, with instead of the Duo Extreme spread, which is 80%. The Uno's a little badass light. If you need a little badass light that's like as powerful as an XR30, but small, like Kessel doesn't necessarily need to be a thing anymore. As powerful as the Unos are. Yeah, I probably screwed up that post. This is nothing to see here. This is just a little, you know. I wire hot usually. This is just me. Ooh, replacing a switch. Over by the fish tank, cause I had a dimmer on there, and then I put a ceiling fan up, and this is the dumbest story ever. Hold on, let me look. I mean, there are too many good lights. Yeah, that's the truth. Don't have enough. Oh, so you? I mean, I haven't been in your basement since you put up that new tank, Lynn. But I'm sure you can make room for another one. You heat the garage, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, Daniel. Yeah, Kyle's Reef. Daniel is putting out an incredibly good product for a very good price that competes directly with the big names. And it's got a 3-year warranty instead of 1 year. So it's less money. It performs as good or better. And it's got 3 times the warranty. Where do I get those from? You get those from Refi Labs, REEFI dash, maybe dash labs, but labs, LABS.com. Or hit up Lynn, and you can see one there if y'all talk. Oh, yeah, see, there's a freaking link. Why am I talking? Venice, Italy. Hello. That's cool. Jim, the lights all apart. Oh, I want to see. Send me pictures, Chris. I want to see. Yeah, no marketing. I agree. Some good things come with no marketing. Just saying. I have 2 Space Invader Pectinias. I have 3 Pectinias in this tank. The other one is Lynn's Rainbow. I don't know if it's called Rainbow. I don't know what it is. But I got 2 Space Invaders in there. I'm still babysitting one. And they're getting freaking big. Super big. So maybe that one will get to go home soon because it really needs to go. I still have the 90 whatever gallon cube outside out back. I need to bring that in too. I finished a battery pack, and this is about an 80 amp hour. I think it's actually 78 amp hours, but so right around 80 amp hour lithium iron phosphate. So this is my new reef tank battery. I've also ordered a 90 amp hour pre-built just to compare it with this, and it will be installed in parallel with this battery here, so the tank can run on it during the day, even through the winter, and then switch back over to grid power at night. What's up, Jose? Where can you buy them on the internet? Where anyone can buy them? Are you talking? Yeah. Oh, Jose, you're funny. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, anybody can buy them, not just the people that live in basements. Oh, see, you're funny. I know what you're talking about. Oh, I'm glad yours is growing, John. That's cool. You still got that big green whatever the crap I gave you? I have that back. I got that back from Chevy, and it's looking pretty good. Oh, Jose, you're being funny. Watch that one, Lynn. So I fixed this, right? This is not the trace itself is this, which one's this? Which one's this? Is this the Duo? Oh, is this the Uno? Oh no, this is the Duo Extreme. See, this is fun. So this is the Sky versus Blue Plus at 1 actinic. Here's what I had in a 4-bulb. I had 2 Blue Plus, 1 actinic, and 1 Coral Plus, and that's the trace. And so that's the Sky, and that's the Gen 5. Actually, it's Lynn's Gen 5 XR30 Blue versus ATI Blue Plus, actinic, and Coral Plus. And then this is the Duo Extreme. Refi's got that figured out. They totally have that out. Totally have that one figured out. Do we really need to go into this? Because I don't think we need to go into this. Whatever. Maybe we're done with that. Maybe we're done. So then, what's up, Mikey? Thanks for your posts lately on the YouTube videos. I appreciate that. Hey, I left you a comment about the comment that you made about the KHD. If you could please share in that comment everything else that I have a board up here. I could go into it. Everything else that a standalone Doser 2.1 from GHL, what else it gives you besides just dosing. Because people could just get a doser and get into calc slurry dosing pretty easily given the, whatever, if they get a KHD, Doser 2.1, throw on that pH probe. Is it a temp or pH? What's on that thing? I can't remember. Oh, Jose. Post what that pump can do, because that's worthwhile. I think that's got some extra goodies. This here is the question came up when I and this is so silly. This just shows light testing ignorance, right? It's just inexperience. The questions that come up are totally inexperience based. It's really, it's not the asker's fault. They just don't know. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to, in essence, maybe make another light look better. Like, oh, I've obviously tuned the Refi Duo Extreme to be better than the other lights. No, I didn't. So I did all channels 100% with the blue, with the Gen 5 blue, all channels 100% with the Sky, because that's like the best those lights can do in terms of spectrum. That's it. So I was challenged. I was obviously tuning the Refi Duo Extreme to beat those lights when it wasn't the case. I was detuning the Refi Duo Extreme because you don't need to run it at all channels 100%. But that's what this picture is. So this is the Sky versus, I think it's probably also the Gen 5. Yeah, there's Gen 5 XR30 blue. And the Sky versus all channels 100%. I mean, you don't need the stuff. You don't need all that white. You don't need that fancy green, yellow, and orange, red. You don't need that. That's what the 100% got us. But guess what? No comments after that. Shocker. I'm not faking light tests to make other lights look bad. The other lights look bad on their own. I don't have to fake it. Go test lights. I'll wait here. No, I won't. So this is Louis Rossman on the right. And that's Rich Rebuilds on the left. Talking about, and this is actually a really good video. It's on Rich's channel. Talking about how people are so protective of brands, and they get into it a little bit. It's something I've mentioned before. Yeah, it's temp. Thank you. This is a good watch. Go watch this, because I'm not brand protective. I appreciate brands, but I'm not protective of them. I'm not saying, nah, my light's better. Here's the data. Decide what you want. This was a good watch. This is boring for everybody. You'll remember a while back that I mentioned that Bertram, on the 11th of September, I think, Bertram was going to, a note fell off the back of a truck. And I was gifted a note. And I was like, oh, so Bertram has looks to have, although the announcement hasn't come through yet, Bertram has acquired Ecotech Marine and Innovative Marine. And I also hear another note fell off a truck that says Bertram has also either acquired or is funding Worldwide Corals. What's up, Salty Dad? John, that's cool you still have that thing. I have no beast to unleash, so I don't know. What you talking about, Jose? We'll pay attention to this one. What's up, Scotty? Standout has temp, 4 stirs, and 2 level sensors, which is pretty sweet. And the standalone, the GHL Doser 2.1 standalone, can control other slave dosers. So you can buy one doser that then controls the other dosers, and then you throw the KHD in there, and that's a good setup. So it's totally standalone, auto-dosing, alkalinity, monitoring, and control with just a doser and the KHD. And that is the least expensive alkalinity monitoring and controlling solution, I believe, on the market. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. What's up, John? Oh yeah, I agree, Lynn. This is Pimp My BRS. This is the creation of a larger entity, and then Bertram's just going to sell it off. They may sell it off to another like VC, but whatever. Algae Barn. I don't know that Algae Barn is next. I think Worldwide Corals is before Algae Barn, but we'll see. No note has fallen off a truck and told me Algae Barn. Bulk coral supply. KHG is a bit finicky set up properly. I have not had that experience, although I know what I did to make it bulletproof. So what I did is I ran smaller tubing. I ran smaller tubing from the filter to the inlet, and then I calibrated with that small ID tubing, and that has given me rock solid results. People don't read the instructions and run. Yeah, you should read the instructions. I agree with that, Kyle. I totally agree with that. Any other recommendations on dosers for slurry camp scene to get? How come? Peter, are you here? You in the U.S. or are you elsewhere? Not the Versa. See, I don't like the Versa. See, I bought a Versa. I bought a Versa from Lynn. If I'm dosing with the Versa, I'm just blindly trusting that pump because since it's come out, you can't see it when you're away from home. Like, people know that, right? Why can't you find the Comor? The Pro T is available. I don't know. Is it out of stock? That'll suck. Let me know. Frag tank. I had to get a little creative because the stupid NEM's getting too big and it was pushing the. There's a 2-sided enclosure that NEM lives in, acrylic enclosure, and the NEM was pushing. Oh, Canada, dude. That's funny, Lynn. I'm going to remember that. So I'll figure out how to use it. I'll use it for something. It's just downstairs running empty, just like I've been running at Camor Pro T. Here's what I need to do. What's up, Glass Reef? I need to get in my motorhome and load it up with a whole bunch of reef gear and then drive up to Canada and then hang a left and start working my way over the lakes. And whoever can't get this, like Devin, right? Devin, I bought a battery, and I mentioned that earlier. Devin's like, link me that battery, yo. Because he's got a bunch of old lead acids that I question. He trusts. That's cool. But I question him because he hasn't load tested them. They could be not good. So I sent him the link to the battery. He goes, the shipping is more than the battery, or as much as the shipping. I'm like, what are you talking about? He sends me the link. Shipping to Canada? It sucks. That was horrible. I don't know why. Whatever. It's a different country, and I'm cool with that. But it sucks for y'all, and I apologize. Because shipping to my house was free. So what I need to do is load up the motorhome full of stuff and have me a reef ride. Reef road trip. The VC's jumping in and buying into the market. Any idea how many reefers there are in the U.S. or worldwide? I'm UK-based. Are you? So UK doesn't have a... So, like, does Germany have more reefers? Or is it just all of us dumb USers? There's just so many of us. That's just how it is. Shipping sucks. Seriously, if I lived close... I don't know where you're at. But, like, if I was in Minnesota... But I drive up and just chuck the thing over the border. Here you go. I don't get it. I'm sure there's reasons, and that's cool, but... Oh, see, now that would be a road trip, Moki. Moki and Jimbo driving in a motorhome, having a reef adventure. Old school Masterflex. That might be interesting. That would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it? Reefing tour. We could throw some clownfish in the bathroom like I did before. How's the lighting? How's the lighting looking? Lighting's not looking too bad. Reef Dork was he passively shamed me even though it wasn't him. I looked at his video and I was like, damn, that quality is good. I was like, I need to work on my lights a little bit and see if I can make it look a little better. Maybe I got it. We'll swap you our postal service for health care. Rob, you should ask them how they feel about their health care. I've gotten different opinions, but agreed. My Pro T. I can adjust my Pro T. Like, why the hell doesn't the Versa have built-in Wi-Fi to begin with? When the Camor Pro T, which is less expensive. Now, it's not a water change pump. Don't be water changing with that pump. That's where the Versa comes into play. But if you're just dosing, like slurry or something, you want continuous dosing, the Pro T is the cat's meow as far as I'm concerned. Accessibility when away from home, Wi-Fi, decent controllability, everything you need. I understand that Ecotech's working on it, but their cycle, right? Their engineering and release cycle is so slow. A lot of dirt bike riding going on over there. Frac tank. Stupid them. I had to put some magnets. I was finished that story. I had to get some magnets on that thing just to hold that box to the side of the glass because it kept pushing it over. Thing's a beast. It's too big. Is this when I started this? This was September 22nd. Cool. Thanks, Rob. Can't get sodium nitrate. Ugh. Healthcare. See, you go into healthcare makes you wait here too. Queen City Reefs. I don't know that the Versa's coming out with it. Here's what I'm hearing. I don't know what's true, so don't take my word for it because here's my I don't know what the hell I'm talking about disclaimer. But what I hear is the Versa won't necessarily have Wi-Fi, but it will talk to the light. And I hear Gen 5, which hopefully isn't true. Because Because I've got Gen 4s running on Mobius. I was Mobius beta tester. I mean, hopefully the Gen 4s can support the same thing. But that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Gen 5 Lite, and this I'm just regurgitating. Seriously, don't listen to me because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Gen 5 Lite, we'll talk to a Versa. We'll give you Wi-Fi control through that. I hope that's not the case. That's not good enough. But put the Versa on a Wi-Fi plug from Alcatronic. Well, that's not a dumb idea. I like that idea. That's one way around it. It's a little... that's not a bad idea. All right, NSB. You win this round. I like it. Yeah, that's one way. That'd be a safe way. I like that. But how do you know it's working? That's what I want to know. Marshall Scientific. Vancouver. What's your view on a Bluetooth versus Wi-Fi beyond remote access? So I have used X1s. I just passed along a couple X1s to Lynn. I like the Kimura X1 as a Bluetooth device. I like Mobius. There's love-hate. There seems to be division on feelings on Mobius. I'm cool with Mobius. I like it. It works for me. So I've got one light, 2 MP10s, another light. That's it. I have 4 devices that can work on Mobius. I'm using 3. I mean, it works great. It always works. It doesn't work if I'm upstairs. I got to go downstairs. I got to get close. But I mean, it works. But if I'm going to be doing something like dosing, I need to be able to see those pumps. I don't need to be able to control my lights one away. I don't think I need to do that. But I absolutely need to control a doser when I'm away, and the Versa can't do that. Now, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Back in September 22nd, I started dosing coral aminos. Actually, 1 week prior to that, I started dosing coral aminos. And my alkalinity dropped. Because I had fixed dosing at the time. And all I can assume is my corals were starving or something, because when that coral aminos, 1 week in, alkalinity just dropped. It made it down to 6.5 from 9. I just let it go. That stuff did something. So what I'm going to do is, I said 1 month, but I might do 6 weeks. That's a recommendation from Luca. 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off, and then different aminos all the way to, so coral aminos, then acro power, then I'm going to throw another one in the mix. I'm going to throw baby brine shrimp in the mix, and then I'm going to go 6 weeks with nothing. So 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off, 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off, 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off. And then 6 weeks nothing, just to see how the tank reacts, if that makes sense. Let's see. Pi. See, I got a Pi up here I need to play with. I haven't fired that thing up yet. Make sure you tag me if you've said something that you really want me to respond to, because otherwise it's going to get lost in the mix. Paul, I have not. That's not a stepper doser. That is a brushed motor doser. Jake Adams covered that one. I don't find that intriguing. I don't find that. I mean, I can get Kimura X1s to do a portion of what that Red Sea doser can do with its software, but I'm not impressed by their motor selection. I would have liked to have seen something else. Mobius is seamless. Yeah, dude, Marcus. People don't like that, though. For whatever reason. I mean, I'm cool with it. It works fine. It's always worked for me. Oh, yeah, this picture popped up in my memories. This is back in the day. This is my buddy Bruce's house in Tehachapi. I lived in Tehachapi for a little over a year. Tehachapi, California. Up in the mountains between, like, Bakersfield, in between Bakersfield and the high desert, Kern County high desert, like Edwards and Roseman and Lancaster and Palmdale, all that. So Tehachapi's this mountain right in between all of that. Love elevation living. Really loved living there. It was beautiful. Took the kid back. For a friend of mine retired from the Air Force, and we went back and hung out and got to drive around a little bit. I miss that place. It's a cool place. I dig it. Oh, yeah, this one's interesting. So I've been talking about this for a little bit. Nobody believes me. Here's some data. So BRS, when they do their dynamic spectrum test, they suggest that the spectrum isn't being blended because of the lenses or or how the light is distributing the spectrum. This light, if you watch this light isn't moving. It's not. I'm not shooting a spectrum through water. The water is not rippling. This is open air, and this is the impact of pulse width modulation, multiple dimming of separate channels via pulse width modulations on an inexpensive light. So, and the example that they show, I think, is an inexpensive light. Again, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I'm making an assumption. I don't follow that testing. I don't follow that means nothing to me. Their dynamic spectrum testing means nothing to me because I can replicate similar results with a light, not with water, just because of how the light operates. Maybe what they're doing is right, but I don't care. This is when I was talking about the alk dropping, just because of the stupid aminos. People talk about explosive growth, and I don't know what the hell that means. That's just a made-up thing. But probe bulkheads for pH probes. Yeah. Soft Coral Kingdom, hit up GHL because they have exactly that installed into KHD. I'll see if there's any numbers on that. It has to be for electrical conduit, right? It has to be for something like... I'll see what I can find. Hit me up. You forgot my beautiful hometown Barstow. My bad. Sorry. What's up, Phil? Dude, look, other than the wind, and Phil knows what I'm talking about, other than the wind, like fall. Let's talk fall. Let's talk fall in the high desert. I loved fall in the high desert because it wasn't windy. The weather was beautiful. Whatever. I like jumping on a dirt bike or an off-road like that and going out in the desert and just blasting because it's just so much fun. It's so beautiful. You get some of those, whatever. You go all over the place and it's really pretty. That part of Southern California, you can call that Southern, but you kind of can. Like north of LA, about 60 miles, 70 miles. It's just beautiful. And then you get up to 14 into, higher elevations. And it's beautiful. I don't know. I miss the desert. Soft Coral, hit me up on Instagram, please. That way I'll remember. I'll look and see. Yeah, so back to that explosive growth thing. Coral aminos made my alkalinity drop and absolutely made my Montes appear to grow faster. I don't have any data. I don't weigh them. I could. I guess I could. I'm not going to do that. That's too much trouble. So far, everything's going okay. So, can I scroll? Why can't I scroll? Oh, there it is. So I bought for I think it's 110. Now it's 120. Food grade calcium hydroxide from Amazon. At my previous current dose, this would last me. That $120 would last me 5.5 years for $120. That's cheap. And this is my only calcium alkalinity supplement. Everything else is I don't need it because it works. I don't have a calcium reactor. I'm not dosing 2-part. This stuff works great. $120, 5.5 years. It's probably more like 4 years once your alkalinity consumption really goes. But worth checking out more. See, I've been paying attention. This is that other Pectinia. I've been paying attention to my alkalinity consumption quite a bit. This Pectinia is freaking beautiful. It's not a Space Invader. It's whatever the hell Lynn bought. I don't know what it is. But it is super pretty. Oh, yeah, this one. So, his leg's broken. But he had a really good race that day. He's like, my leg hurts. And then, my leg hurts. My leg hurts. My leg hurts. It was broken. I'm that dad. Here's where I was talking about batteries. I was talking about how you should absolutely load test. If you have an Ecotech battery and it's over 2 years old and you've not load tested the lead acid battery that's inside of that pack, consider this, because it's not going to be there for you. That battery pack's not going to be there for you when you need it. Once it gets past like 3 years, you need this little watt hour meter. I mean, it gives you voltage and amperage and all that kind of crap, but it measures watt hours and it's resettable. Oh, that's the wrong button. Then you need this relatively inexpensive pure sine wave inverter, and you need a super cheap heater, unless you already have a heater in a bucket. Put a under 300 watt load on your battery. That's why I said this is like, what'd I say? Is this 25 watts? Yeah, 25 watt. That's a better load. Put a 25 watt load on your battery through that inverter and just see how long your battery lasts. The Ecotech battery is 18 amp hours. So using watt hours, using 25 watts as your guide, you should be able to develop 25 watts an hour. You should be able to develop what your suggested amp hour rating is, knowing that the battery is 18 amp hours. You can do the watt hour to amp hour conversion, and you can see what your capacity of your lead acid battery is. All of these are, you can use these for other things. So it's not just, you're not going to use that 25 watt heater, but this gives you the opportunity to test your batteries, because winter's coming, right? Oh. So this is here, and I need to fix that. That little doohickey right there is $1.55 if you buy it from AliExpress retail. That's a 12-volt power supply. So it takes in the line voltage, right? For US, it's 120 volts. Can you buy these things overseas? Somebody tell me that. I don't think you can. It takes 120 volts and it converts it to 12 volts, and it's control voltage for the EBA32. Well, those little dollar and a half things, they break, and then your EBA32 is worthless because it won't do anything. But you could fix it. You could just swap that thing out. So that's what I'm going to do. That's my first. I'm going to try on this one. This one ain't mine. It's somebody else's. So I'm going to try it on theirs. I don't have one of these. And hopefully that's what's wrong with it. But if you're handy with a soldering iron, you can fix this yourself. Devin was talking about panels. So I was like, I need to fix the wiring for my panel anyway. So I pulled it down and measured the voltage just to see how clean the panels are. They're up on a roof. I put them up there. Still kicking out 74 volts. I was pretty happy with that. Those are $100 maybe. They're probably less expensive now, $100 panels. They may have been Renogy's. I'm not sure. That I bought on Amazon. I put 4 up on my roof to power the frag tank. But I did that almost 2 years ago. November of 2019 I did that. And they've been up there for a while. We have totally flogged light testing to death, and the impact of reflected light on the tests that BRS performs. That's the side of my tank. Homie ain't getting no reflections. That's why I was like, reflection in that pristine environment is valuable data, but don't base your light base the number of lights you need off of just that, because you may not get enough light. Like when you start putting rocks and sand and stuff grows on the glass and you get coralline and all that, your performance is going to drop. Keep that in mind. Bigger the blob. Oh, you're killing me. Oh, where's your flux at, bruh? Did you keep the Refi Uno box or did you buy one? No, I got to send that back. The Refi Uno's in there. Have y'all seen it? Did I show it? I think I pulled it out. No, I'm going to send this back. This isn't mine. The Uno is a badass little light for a really good price. It performs. The spread isn't as good. If you got clean glass, maybe it does okay. But it performs as well as an XR30 in terms of par at spectrum. But the spread, because it's a smaller light, the spread isn't as good. But that's sort of downplaying it because the spread is amazing. So if you bought like 2 Unos, you're doing a pretty good job. It's way different than what happens to a reflected spectrum. Why are you asking? What are you asking? What's your goal here? It's a pretty good light. It's worth checking out. And Lynn will be able to tell us about her Duo Extreme experience. One of my older batteries. This is all based off of Headway. I think they're 200 amp discharge cells. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. Better than the G5. Oh, substantially more power than the G5 XR15. Substantially more power. At spectrum, it's pulling the same, very similar. I won't say same. Similar wattage to an XR30, and par numbers are average par numbers over the same test are the same as an XR30. It's just remember that's a small light, so your spread's not going to be as good. So think a spread of a Kessel and the power of an XR30. If that makes sense. You know what I need to do is I need to go watch BRS's. It should not change. Doc, it shouldn't change. I don't know. I haven't shot it. I could do that. I could shoot it in a mirror. I need to watch BRS's A500 video and see how that performs, because the Uno may be like that. I'm screwed from older background, no reflection of that. No reflection, right? I clean one pane of glass, and it's the front only. In the frag tank, I have no glass to reflect. None. Because there's stuff growing all over. The Montes are growing, or coralline. When I bought the Versa, that doesn't work on Wi-Fi, so you can't see what it's doing when you're not home. Boo. This was just, I got some acros, right? I had all that acro problem. The acros are doing okay. This looked better in person, but this was when I had just the 470 bars on, the AliExpress 470 bars. Getting some of those critters to glow. This is the battery I bought. $223. This is a 90 amp hour pack. Comes with a charger. I won't trust that charger, but it comes with a charger. $223 and free shipping for a 90 amp hour battery. And I would have to try really hard to beat that price. Lynn, you won't, because you know I'm running 2 Mitris LX7s, same class as a Duo Extreme, over a 40-gallon tank. You're good. You just turn them down. I think I'm running 60 to 80%, somewhere in there. You just turn them down. No cooking, no coral cooking. Just nice color and spread. And a really, really fat blue. pH. Fat. Yeah, this is the battery I was talking about, the Devon. I mean, the shipping for him was like $150. That totally sucks. Because I started dosing coral aminos and my alkalinity dropped, I turned on the auto dosing of the KHD so it can start working its way back up, alkalinity back up to where I want it. Right now, it was 9. See, Lauren, this is why you shouldn't be drinking bubbly water when you're streaming. It's happening. It was at 9. It worked its way down to 6.5, and now I'm working it back up to 8 right now with the automatic dosing. Oh, yeah. LE bars. I took this video down. Some of you may have seen this. This one caused an interesting ruckus. I mean, it's expected, right? What I can say is nobody outside, and it was really just 3, 4, it was 3 people. 3 BRS reef packers didn't like this video. This is Greg and O did a video about access. I didn't like what was said in that video, so I offered my opinion. It's just a counter opinion regarding their opinion. And that was the first time I'd made a video like that. Because I have opinions too. We all have them. So I offered them. And it was an interesting response. Greg was beating up Refi pretty good. I didn't make any money off the Refi thing. Refi didn't send me anything for free. Some cool person over on Humble Fish was like, yeah, I'll send you my lights because I'm in between stuff right now. I was like, that's amazing. So I pay shipping both way, and then I include a gift card when I send the light back. I was challenged on that. I'm like, no, I didn't get anything for free. I'm not making any money. None of this is sponsored. None of it. It's just cool people offered me lights. So I was like, hell yeah, I want to test them because I keep hearing good things. Things were said that weren't accurate. Greg apologized, and I pulled down my video. That seems fair. This was an interesting video. Let me read comments real quick. Avas has them for $3. There you go. $3.99. It's the little screw. You slide the probe in, and then you have the screw bulkhead that seals it in there really good. I saw the video. Was just about to say, what are you drinking? Pinky up. I really don't think he meant it that way. He doesn't want to attack people. There's no people attacking. I'm not going to attack people. And I have said that I have no interest in challenging or attacking or I have no real interest in challenging people. If people are representing a company, I'll engage. But if it's just like people... I mean, I engage in DMs a whole lot, too. I was like, what you said ain't quite right, and here's why, and let me know what you think, and let's talk about it. And then sometimes that comes back, goes, yeah, you were right. And sometimes it comes back, nah, you're full of shit. Which happens. Sometimes I'm full of shit. There's no people attacking. Like I said in that video, this is a hobby full of nerds. If we're going to turn on each other. Didn't we have that problem with the jocks when we were growing up? Just saying, why are we going to turn on each other? That's generalizing. Just accept it. You know what I'm saying? But Greg apologized to Refi, so I took it down. Tiny Dancer. This pump's called Tiny Dancer, and it is the Comore X1 Pro T. And this thing's been running for 2,155 hours at the time of that picture, and it just sits there and it runs, and I've had no problems with it at all. It's been working like a champ. The issue is that Greg has been in for a very long time, and many people in the hobby see him as a legend. Yeah, I mean, he's just a dude, though. Dude's just a dude, and he's prone to making mistakes just like I am. He's just a dude. Some of the stuff he talks about, he doesn't know. That's where it falls, right? Stuff I talk about, I try really hard to know. And sometimes I make mistakes. Like the O thing, I made a mistake. But the stuff I talk about, I don't want to share other people's opinions because that's not mine. I try very hard not to share their opinions. If you ask me and I don't know, but I know somebody who might know, I will either copy a quote or I'll send you that way because that's not mine. That's not my information. Sometimes Greg talks about stuff he doesn't know. Yeah, it's hopefully we go back to regular old live streams without misinformation because that will make me happy. Thanks, Rob. It was contentious. It was I mean, some people were bothered by it. Some people were hurt by it. He apologized. I took it down. We don't need to continue it. No need to make people hurt. I've seen those Nissan Leaf batteries. I see those on battery hookups sometimes. You like those? TSG. So I am position and revenues impacting. I can be. If you listen to me, and really, my audience is super small. Y'all are cool. But seriously, my reach, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty small. Nobody cared about my light testing until I provided a review of the Sky that was less than stellar. I have shared that the Sky isn't crap. It has the easiest setup of any light I've ever used. The spectrum's crap compared to what we think we wanted before, or at least what we were told we wanted before. I mean, but it works. It'll grow corals. It'll grow corals just as well as an Viper Spectra, because the spectrums are almost identical. It'll grow corals. Sometimes people, people don't like that, so they don't like that negative message about a product, so they want to dispute it. That's fine. I get that. That's cool. Gave Refi a lot of free marketing as well. Oh yeah, totally, Jose. I agree. That's fine. Refi deserves great marketing. We'll see how the demand goes, and we'll see if they can keep up with the demand. And hopefully, I hope, because Refi's has technology that you don't see in other lights. I hope Refi continues to refine and offer more different, maybe larger lights. I knew better than to ask Daniel. I was like, hopefully you are still innovating. Hopefully you are... Daniel runs Refi. Hopefully you are continuing to do what you're doing with these, just with different and newer platforms, because he's got something. He's got a good platform on which to build. I'm impressed. That's a good light. 48. See, I've just got a 12 volt. 48 volt would be nice. It'd be nice to just have a pack and drop it in. What are you using for the... Is it like an MPP or something like that? Are you using all-in-one? Spicy? Because I love those things. I see you, Lynn. Yeah, and I agree. I would... I am always... My gut tells me one thing, and I pay attention to my gut. My gut will tell me to either be cautious or to be like, all right, I'm cool. I've learned to listen to my gut. Everybody has it, right? Everybody has that intuition. and I have a gut feeling, and I am cautious, which is cool. Maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. I would love to be wrong. I really would. Want to buy 4 of Luca's 4-foot lights. Luca's lights should be out in time for the holidays. Like I talked about earlier, Chris has one, and pretty excited to see what he makes for hanging solutions. Yeah, agreed. Jose, it's a good light. I can compare this light to a whole bunch of other lights because all the data was captured the same. Best part is all the people back in Greg in the comments were not all of the people. I mean, I understand you, Adam, and right, but not all. So I want to make sure that I add my view. It was not all. It were some. I'm cool with some. The apology was appreciated. Luca does not have a YouTube channel as far as I know. He's Mahina Corals over on Instagram. Follow him on Instagram. We'll see if he starts doing some YouTube. I think he should. Monty, this one's free. If you're local, hit me up because I know, who is it? Somebody wants one. I have too much. I got to cut this stuff back. Refi and Lucas bars. Yeah, totally. 100%. I would totally support that. So you buy, so like I roll with 2 Metroselic 7206s over top of a 40 breeder with 2 AliExpress bars along the side to reduce, because I don't have any glass. So to reduce shadowing and increase spread. Yeah, totally. Jose, not necessarily. I mean, that's generalizing the pack, and I don't. All pack members are individuals. All pack members have their own personalities, their own goals, their own beliefs about the pack, about the equipment that they are given the opportunity to buy, all of it, right? They're all different. I'm not going to lump them together as the pack because there are absolutely people in there that are doing it right, that are sharing good information, that are doing the right thing. I mean, not all of them, but isn't that how life works? You're not always going to be comfortable with everybody you meet, so I absolutely don't lump the pack together as a single entity. I pay attention to some, and I don't pay attention to some. Just don't all sell me the same thing at the same day, because I'll just post about the Kedsum again. Sheesh. So yeah, does that make sense? I'm certainly not going to attack the pack because there are people that are now supporting BRS. Bahama Llama is a great example of somebody who went that way to help them, and I support that move. I support Remy. I support Remy bringing something to BRS that BRS didn't have. He's good like that. Phil is a great example. He may be in here. He's a great example of somebody who is promoting well, somebody I respect, somebody who's obviously a skilled reefer, who brings to the table it's subtle, right? I mean, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for somebody that you trust. You're looking for somebody that you believe in their skills. You're looking for, what is his recipe for success? I'm paying attention to that. Jose, I agree. Done. I absolutely agree with that. Modified Viper Spectra with Lucas lights. Yes. Any main light with Lucas lights is probably going to be a yes based on our conversations. I have not tested any of his lights yet. I'm hoping to get one of the 24 inches so I can take a look at that. Yeah, I agree. Phil is the real deal. I like Soft Coral Kingdom. I like BRS as well. I've spent a substantial amount of money with BRS, and I will still. What's up, Hamada? If it makes sense to me. In some cases, it's not going to make sense to me. I've been buying on Premium Aquatics lately, because that makes sense to me. It's generally less expensive to my house, but that's taxing. Uh-oh. Lynn didn't tell me that we were going to do a coral giveaway. See, I need to get this over to Moki. This is Moki's. Yeah, give me a minute. This is Moki's 24K Lepto. I'm going to get him a frag of that back. Yeah, Chris, you're not allowed. Go watch these boys. This is that reef therapy. I'm starting to like this. I'm starting to like this podcast, actually. So I'm paying attention to it. Oh, this sucks. I buried this fish today. I legit buried this fish under a plant outside. My engineer goby, my eel that everybody thought was an eel, my engineer goby, I don't know how long I've had this fish. A long time. It was a tiny little baby when I got it. It got sick and died, and it was terrible. He was super labored breathing, not doing well at all, so much so I was able to put my hand in the tank and put him in a bag and set up the QT out in the garage real quick with water from the tank. Didn't make it. Had to bury that fish. I'll miss that fish. It was a wonderful fish. Beautiful. Huge. This is a fun video. I like this. This takes me back to my days. I have 4 Refi Uno over a 1.8 meter display, another one for a frag section and a sump. It's been over 5 months now, and I can confirm real-life par readings, actual growth. See? There you go. Thanks, Danny. I like those lights. They're cool. I don't want to send it back, but I have to. Maybe I'll buy one. Drumkirk. I learned a lot from BRS pre-merge. Yeah, I think we still have the opportunity to learn a lot from... I'm trying to figure out where they're going. I didn't like that they split the channel, but that's maybe just because they split the channel and that something different changed in that particular case struck me that way. I'm trying to figure out... I mean, Keith's doing videos. Actually, Keith, he's good too, right? Reef Bum, he's doing videos. They're all trying to find their way now that they're part of that BRS thing, and they just need to chill out a little bit because they're a little stiff reading from the teleprompter doohickey, but I think they'll find their way. I think they'll provide good content, and I'm comfortable with that. Like, I'll watch Keith, and I'll watch Remy. I like those guys. You mean this old reefer? I appreciate folks on accessibility, but they were yeah. I mean, yeah. What's up, Jeremy? This is something that I don't know what this is, but it looks cool, and I saw a video of it, so I thought I'd share it. But right from it takes me back. See, that is the front. I'm telling you, it's traveling backwards on that trailer. I think we're looking at the front. The front is closest to us, and the aft is heading forward. That's some sort of funky new fun thing that Lockheed's playing with. MP10, lost an MP10. A wet side decided to destroy itself, so I got to go buy one of those.
As a noun, side is usually defined as
Alexa, stop. That was unexpected. And oh, hey. So there's this elegance. Moki gave me an elegance. Inappropriate Reefer gave me an elegance a long time ago. And it's been sitting in the corner of my frag tank. And Lynn, am I paying for shipping? Because that's cool. Just tell me. He gave me an elegance. And it made a baby elegance. And I don't know how it did it. It must have just fallen off because the new elegance grew right next to the old elegance. So I have propagated elegance in my tank without trying. How about that? That's cool. I hit up Than. I was like, yo, Than, what's up? Was this a thing? He goes, yeah, but it like never happens. I was like, yeah, my tank sucks and it's nasty, but I propagated an elegance. So I'm going to give it back to Moki. Yeah, Remy's. I like Remy. Hold on. What'd I miss? Looks like they rebranded Marine Depot channel and moves. Yeah, I mean, yeah, some of that's gonna happen. That's cool. Jake, just my Jimbo would lose fun. What? So Jake said my Jabo would lose power due to magnesium loss from the heat. I hear that, and he has to be speaking from his or somebody's experience. I don't know what that is. Was he talking about Jabo return pumps, or was he talking about like Jabo power heads? I don't know. I would love to see like the one person that happened to, or maybe it's a multiple thing. I just haven't seen it. It's totally a possible thing. I just don't know. Hamada, I have no idea how that elegance made babies other than it dropped one off and it grew. And it's now bigger than the parent because it sees more light. I have... Yeah, thanks, Adam. It does sound bougie. It was an accident, and it worked. And if you look close enough, there's some sweet, sweet aptasia in there. I need another copper. Hey, Lynn, what are you doing with that copper band? What kind of shape's that copper band in? Powerheads, really? Because I'm a powerhead run. I'm a Jabo powerhead running fool. Huh. Once is never enough. Well, hopefully my stupid elegance, I'll give this one to Moki. I'm going to give him a couple corals because his freaking big tank looks awesome. That's a beautiful tank. Hopefully I can make another elegance, in the next 4 years or however long it's been that it took to do that. He's talking about the magnets in general, magnets being created by... Is there a study? Lynn, is there a study? Did he like quote something? Because I'd like to go learn. My Jabo power to do some of this power over time. Huh. How you know that? Like it's drawing less power? You're measuring it from some sort of watt meter? I've got a 36-inch Reef Breeders high octane. Oh, these names. UV and blue UV. If you're interested in looking at them. Not going to have crazy par, but spectrum might be interesting to look at. So, hey, Mikey, those are they're the Reef Breeder bars that you have because those are the AliExpress bars with custom spectrum. They will have similar problems and I'm being cautious. They will have similar problems that I have personally seen with the Orphic bars, like the Blue Plus. So I like two things. I like bars that are less expensive than what, like those are expensive. I like less expensive bars. So I can order a 24-inch AliExpress bar and have a custom spectrum made to complement a main light, and it'll still come in. It's $60 for a 24-inch bar, no matter what that spectrum is. And I can build that spectrum to complement a main light. So, I mean, I'll go right to the source. That's cool. It's nice that Reef Breeders offers us that option, and maybe they have shared what their spectrum is. So I'll go take a look at that. But in that particular case, me personally, I'm just going to go buy them from AliExpress because it's the same bars. And I'll ask for the custom spectrum. There's, the other bars that are out there with fixed spectrums. It kind of depends on, actually it just depends on personal preference. That's what it really comes down to. Yeah, Bandit, he was talking about slurry. So you got to be careful that you're not adding heat to slurry. And that's why I use a Jabo. A DC Powerhead doesn't add any heat to my slurry container, so there's no precipitation, there's no binding, there's no heat clumping, there's no whatever. They produce less flow. That's interesting. But it's a Jimbo. How long does that take? How long does it take for a Jimbo like SLW to lose oomph? But yeah, Bandit, absolutely accurate. Don't add heat to your... If you're mixing calc slurry with something... Oh, I've got a new cool mixer I'm going to show you eventually. Typical iron fair is good, well over. So there's Rob. There's Rob providing a little bit of data. I'm running a tank at 77. Let's get past my bougie elegance propagation. Thomas is sending me one of his SB retrofits for my Viper Spectre that lives in a cabinet here, so I can test the spectrum of that light and see what it looks like. Looking forward to seeing if it's like white or not. Is that it? Is that all I got? Was there more? Maybe that was the last one. That's it. It's chat time. What do we got? What are we chatting about? We got any chat? Uncle Jimbo slideshow's over. Jesus, that was a lot of slides. Dead air. Dead air. 8 to 12 months? Really? 8 to 12 months? I have not experienced that. Not one bit. There are two Jabos. There's 3 Jabos in the frag tank. Is there 3 or 2? I think there's 2, and one of them's old. And it just keeps working. What's up, Rob? What's happening right now? I ran out of stuff to talk about, and now I'm relying upon my amazing audience to carry my butt through. Although we have hit an hour and 15 minutes. And I haven't busted open my last Truly in the box. I need to go. I love these. I love these lemonades. They make me feel so special and sensitive. And I love them. I don't like the other ones. I like these. Oh, shit. Filipino reefers here. Sasshole. Engage. Just got on. Oh, yeah, right on. So we talked about some stuff. It was a slideshow kind of day because I was 2 weeks behind. Yeah. Those bars. Lynn has those bars too, and I just can't bring myself to buy them just because I know what they are. I know where to get them. I know where I want to make my own. I want to bake them in the oven, or I want to buy my own custom spectrum to complement my lights. Actually, that's been a thing lately. People have been like, yo, I need some bars. I'm like, what's your main lights? And either I have the data or BRS has the data. Like somebody hit me up today. I think European. Hey, I have Philips Coral Care Gen 2, and I need bars. What do you suggest? I was like, well, I suggest 430 and 470. Hit them up. Order some custom, every other. It'll complement that light, and you'll love the blues. I'm digging that. Oh, yeah, Rob, we can talk about that. I see lemon on the box. Yeah, bro. I drank all the watermelon sugar. The last one in here is, oh, no, I didn't. I still have a watermelon. Ooh, sugar. Oh, yeah. I really do love. They are delish. Roger that, delish. They're sassy. Filipino reefer needs to engage with some Trulies and make it a thing. This was several years ago. I switched to MPs because I got sick of throwing them out. Huh. That's interesting. I have one older and one SLW. We're talking Jabo power heads. I have one older, I don't know what it is, I'd have to look it up, and then one SLW 20 in the frag tank. But they just pump and pump and pump. They're good to go. Yeah, love them lemonades. I'm excited about my slurry mixer. So Rob has been working on an inline slurry mixer that he's 3D printing, and I think it's cool. So he's doing some fun. He's doing some whatevers. And hey, Lynn, what do you want to give away? Where's my phone? Do you want to give away a pack? And oh, you did send me a message. And please hold. That's a dosing pump. So, do we want to give away a pack? A box of corals on you? Not cool, Jimbo. It's genius. What's genius? Oh, see, I fell behind. Shoot. I got distracted. No, there's a new Watermelon Sugar song. My daughter, Come on, I'm old. I'm a grandpa. So, Lynn, send me a number. You pick. Or I'll send you a number. Can you see my phone? I don't think you can. Hope not. Send me a number. Lynn's always super cool about a giveaway, too, and she always has amazing corals. And I have a number, ladies and gentlemen. I have a number. So explain your box, Lynn. Let's hear it. I'd really like to take that one back. Please explain the corals that you're willing to give away to people. Oh. Did you make that go away or did you let it in? Yeah, that did. All right, Chris can't win. Filipino Reaper. What? Remember when I called you a Filipino Reaper, which is like a pepper? Oh, everybody's throwing numbers. Lynn, what's in the box? Numbers are coming. What's in the box? I love the Venturi-fed calc system. Although this is sort of a mixer. This is like an inline mixer, right? It's just whatever the person is comfortable with. I usually have something. I agree. I have several of Lynn's somethings in my tank. 420 is an inaccurate guess. These numbers are all... Well, there it is. John Silva, you're the winner. Bing, 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 bing. John Silva, John Silva, John Silva, everyone. John Silva. We got to wait for everybody to catch up. He was the first 19 that rolled across. 19 it is. Yep, I was distracted. Too late. See, the numbers came up. I mean, it's typically 1 to however many people are hanging out in the stream. That's that number up in the top right there, 53. But John Silva got there quick. Lynn, you're cool. Thanks. Let me know if you want me to pick up shipping. I could do that for you. I'm always happy to help. You're very, very, very generous. Always happy to help. John Silva, you got some Instagram? You know what? I should do. Hey, Lynn, help me learn how to ship. And I could do this too because I have entirely too much stuff. I've never shipped. I've always been chicken. I have boxes. I have legit medical grade shippers. Rob, all you Canadians, I legit want to jump in my motorhome, no lie. And I can't come up there yet because the coming back rules are funky. I want to come up there and just, like, what do y'all want? And then I'm going to do some buying, and I'm going to roll up there like a boss with a truck full of stuff, and hopefully they don't stop me at the border and say, yo, boy, what you got in the back? And that's not how they talk. That's Texas. Hi, because I'm really friendly Canadian. What you got in the box? That's cool. Thanks, Lynn. You're awesome. We got anything else to talk about? I need a distraction from this week's events. It was an interesting week. We'll see how next week goes. Looking forward to that. I'm tempted by the slurry dragon. No slurry, but don't feel I can get it stable enough to survive my travels. My slurry is legit stable, and I can go 40 days without doing any damn thing to my tank at all. I've already traveled on slurry, and it's not a problem at all. Do you got people that can come over and help you out, Mikey? See. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to sneak some corals in. I'm not sneaking any corals in. It's all hardware. Don't pay attention to me. Why are we a liter of cola? You put the E in the wrong place, bro. I know you're formerly Canadian. What's the next project you're working on? That's a great question. So, Sassholes with a Z. That makes it special. I got to fix that. I got to fix that EVA 32. We're going to be pimping the spectrum of a Viper Spectra. We're going to be building an algae scrubber. We're going to be improving the spread of a Viper Spectra. Maybe we'll be playing with some other lights if I'm lucky enough. Maybe we'll get to play with some other gear if I'm lucky enough. We'll see. That may be it. That may be it for now. Are you still using a Jimbo pump to keep the slurry stirs? Yep, Jimbo SLW10. I think if I had to do it again, I would use a Jimbo SLW20 because that would give me a lot more flow. But how many days is that? My day count is 127 days. So over 4 months, the SLW10 has been in the slurry. 4% slurry solution based on Rob's calculator, which means 1 cup of calcium hydroxide per gallon of water, and that's what I've been dosing. That's been working pretty good. I'll post a slurry video for you Sunday night. I think everybody who's working on slurry needs to be posting. That way we can develop everybody's. We can capture like everybody's methods. So tag me if you can in your videos that you're playing with slurry. Please just @Telegram me so I can see what you're doing, or send me a link on Instagram so I know what you're doing. I'll make sure that Luca knows what's up. And like I said, Luca put a slurry video together today. He put an Instagram video together today, so I need to go check that out and see what he's talking about. Maybe he found a better way to do it. I'm also going to be working with an external mixer on my slurry, just as a backup, just in case. Because really, the Jimbo's not going to last forever. And eventually, it has to break, just like things do. So we'll figure it out. I think that's probably it. I think I'll probably jump off. Is that cool? I wonder if this quality is better. How's this streaming? Is this streaming at like 1080? Because I increased the stream quality, and I was hoping it was streaming at 1080. And then, hey, another project. I'll be jumping on a live stream with Lauren, Simple Aquariums. I think we talked about doing, for her, a morning, for me, a night. So that's me at what Canadian Border Guards are jerks. I mean, they got to be. It's a different country. There's a whole bunch of us jerk Americans trying to come up there and catch all your fish. Do you really blame them? I don't. My pH doesn't drop below 8.4 and the cage is steady at 9.2. See, Nine seemed to be my sweet spot for 4% slurry. That's legit. So that's pretty cool. How can Canadian guards be jerks if they're Canadians? But yeah, looking forward to doing a live stream with Lauren. What do we talk about? Simple aquariums. You figured that out yet? What we're talking about? Besides coming up with words that I don't understand and you only use there. And that afternoon word that you used, that's not used anywhere else. That's just y'all's thing. A Slurpee container for a mixer for slurry? No. Oh, I have a whole bunch of bad advice that I need to respond to too, don't I? Border guards, they treat me like shh when I live in the States now. See? That's what you get. You come to America. You came to America, Chris. And you started watching NASCAR. Oh, cool. Thanks. I'm glad it's 1080. You started watching NASCAR. They know. They know what's up. There's damn Jack. Oh, they don't talk like that. That's Texas. My bad. All right, before I say too much, I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you all for hanging out. Got SLW10 recently. The only downside, it doesn't support emergency mode when dropped to 12 volts, so I cannot use it as is with the ice cap. First, the ice cap battery. Danny, I'm sorry. I will apologize that you got bamboozled into buying that ice cap battery. But the SLW10 is a 24 volt, so if you just get a step up, it'll run off that ice cap battery for about an hour, maybe less. What I would do is talk you out of that ice cap battery all day long. If you want to dive into that a little bit more, hit me up on Instagram, and we can talk about battery backups. And I have a solution for you that will run an SLW10 for a decent amount of time, like a lot, like a long time. So you don't need to worry about an emergency mode. You just need to get a step up for that will take your 12 volt power source and convert it to, or step it up to 24 volts. And then you can totally run, you just need a relay in there. You can totally run your SLW10 off of your battery. So you'd be good to go. Seriously, hit me up. I'll help you. I still need to do the schematics for Big Red anyway, and I owe a bunch of people some electrical stuff. So maybe we dive into electricity a little bit too, because it seems to be a scary topic for people, but for me, it's not. I haven't been shocked that much my whole life, but you know, that kind of thing. We could talk through that. It's easy. Grew up in Lancaster until 72. Edward saw F1 testing. Boy Scout leader rocket. That's awesome. What's up, Galen? That's what I'm talking about. I was at Edwards from 93 until 2008. 15 years, right? 15 years in the high desert. And that was pretty good. So that's cool. Yeah. Lancaster's very different. It's a very different place now. Not sure you've tested the V3. It's still, all right, so hold on. I'll look. You want me to look? Do you want me to know? Ice cap battery V3. What's amp hours? You know? Because really, there's nothing fancy in those things. No, see, the V3 it's 2.5 amp hours. So you're not going to want to know this, but it is 2.5 amp hours for $130. The Ecotech battery for like 180 is 18 amp hours. And I did a post on this a long time ago, the amp hour, the dollars per amp hour, how bad the ice cap is. And really, it's a lead acid battery, so after 3 years, you're really going to lose a ton of capacity on that thing. But 2.5 amp hours versus 18 amp hours on the Ecotech side. And then the batteries I'm making are 14 amp hour, 90 amp, 80 amp hour, whatever. If you need some help with battery backup, I'm more than happy to help you. I'm sorry that I'm not in a position to do this, but I apologize for Coral View and that 2.5 amp hour battery. That's not something that they should be selling because they're just ripping people off. Designed to build bedside blood chemistry analyzer in the 80s with Shaman. That's awesome. That's awesome. Where did you go when you, see, I was fixing to jump off, but look what happens. Where did you go after Lancaster? If you're in Pennsylvania, call it Lancaster. If you're in California, call it Lancaster. Lancaster. I don't know how to say it. Picking both your brains. Haha. Teach us. Oh, so we're going to wing it. No topics, and we're just going to wing it. You're going to surprise us with questions. That's cool. The SLW5, Danny, the SLW5 is a 12-volt pump. So if you get a hold of that, maybe that will work for your application. Maybe 2 5s will work, and you run that off your battery. Something to consider. Yeah, 220 is fine. I mean, 220 is 220. It's just 220. It's less amps. It's okay. It all works out. More volts means less amps. Less volts means more. Watts are watts. That's how that math works. All right, that's another conversation. Is there any interest in, I don't know if there's any interest in RC, DIY RC, foam stuff. I don't know about that. I think we'll probably keep it on the reefing topic, but if there's any kind of interest in that. Little Rock. Oh, I was in Little Rock once. I went down there for, AMC Rodeo. That was with a KC 135 and a whole real pimped out, nice, very clean KC 135 that we took down there for a competition. That was good. I liked Little Rock. It was good. We had a tent. We hung out. We had a good time. We had a good group. I was assigned to a plane for a while to make sure we can go down there and win that thing, and we did. It was wonderful. It was a great experience. Got to work with people that I then later got to work with when I moved to my next base. It was awesome. All right, now I'm done. Now I'm rambling. Y'all are cool. Lynn, thank you so much. That was amazing. Let me know if I can help and pick up any of that shipping cost. Lauren, we'll catch you. We'll figure out a date when we can do some streaming. And Chris with a K and Rob, you guys need to talk. Romanian. You know 220. Are all light bars created equal? Absolutely not. Oh my God, absolutely not. Some are just ridiculously huge rip-offs. I'll probably try to make it work with 12 volts. Shouldn't be too hard to think. You know, if you have your 2.5 amp hour with a 12 volt battery, you can get a step up. It's in the Big Red build. I did that for the SLW20 to be able to run that thing off a Big Red. So trace elements without calcium products. Interesting. For trace, I'm all about reef moonshiners right now. I think Andre's doing some good things, and I'm paying attention to what he's doing. I know Moki's on board with that as well. Gen 5s. I have tested. Which did I test? I tested the Spectrum on the Gen 5. I have not tested the Gen 5s per my current protocol, but BRS did a good job of capturing that data from their data. I can essentially extrapolate what it would look like on my data. If Lynn is going to add another Refi Duo Extreme to her tank, maybe I can sweet talk her out of one of her Gen 5 Blues so I can just have that for comparative testing. But I have had a Gen 5 Blue and a Gen 5 XR15 Pro here. So 130 Blue and 115 Pro here. Yeah, Danny, no worries. I mean, there's a bunch of people out there. That thing, yeah, I mean, spread the word, dude. That's a reef tax item for sure, and it's bullshit. Go look up a 2.5 amp hour battery on Amazon, and you got a charger. That's it. So go look up those two, and that's what you got. Sorry. All right, y'all. I'm out. Right now, I live in Michigan, USA, when 110 is Michigan. All right, y'all. I think that's it. Save questions for next week, please. We'll figure out what we're talking about then. Thank you all. Thank you. Y'all are awesome. Again, Lynn already talked about it, but I have a Patreon, patreon.com/telegram. That will give you access to the Discord. There's very simple, direct, comfortable conversations in there. There's no people bashing. We don't do any of that. You will not be allowed to be there if that's how you're going to roll. We talk about all sorts of different topics, from DIY, from 3D printing to calc to general stuff to just opinions about what we see out there in social. Consider it. It's $1. If you want to be able to have a conversation with a larger group once a month via Zoom, which I need to do because I'm a sucker. Thanks, Lynn. Then please consider. But there's always this, and there's always Instagram, and I'll do my very best. What's up, Jamie from Scotland? I wish I could be there. I need to go there. There's always Instagram, and I'll do my very best to respond. Be patient. I'm not all that quick sometimes. Okay, y'all. Have a good night. Thank you. As always, I hope you're well. Your families are well. Be kind. And I'll always say this, be kind to each other, be kind to people, challenge companies. It's your money, not theirs. Happy reefing, y'all. And still be kind. Thanks.